I'm Dr. Milescu, and I'm sure you saw the video for AMP2 lecture portion. So this will be quite a review. I'm just kind of doing another video to explain what's going on in AMP2. That's pretty much it. So I'm not going to go over my history and who I am and all that. You can watch my video for that in AMP2 lecture portion. I am, however, going to remind you of our lecture and lab session times. For consistency and also for attendance, because if we're on a regular schedule, people will get used to that regular schedule and know when to come in. It won't exactly fit everyone's needs, and that's why I'll be recording it. So this way, if you can't attend live, you can watch the recording over and over and over again. Okay, but I still very much encourage you to come in when it's live at the appropriate time, because here's why. When you are online with me, you are learning it in real time, and you can ask me questions right then and there. A lot of the times, students, when they're just watching a video, they're just not as engaged as opposed to when you are in a session, in a virtual meeting, in this virtual classroom, learning the topic, and you can immediately go to the chat box and ask me questions. You can immediately turn the microphone on and ask me a question. You can, turn your camera on and show yourself to me and tell me how frustrated you are about learning something. But nonetheless, it is way more interactive going live than versus recorded. With that said, I'm not going to punish you if you can't make it every session. It's fine. But these are the dates, okay? So every single Tuesday is the lecture, and it's from 2 to 4 p.m. So the previous video for the lecture shell in Falcon Online for Daytona State College, you will see me mentioning that the lecture portion is held every single Tuesday from 2 to 4 p.m. This section where this video will be uploaded, this is section 301 lab. So this is the lab portion that goes with the lecture portion. So I figured the best way to learn it is do the lecture first, and then the next day do the lab, because what you learn in lecture is going to be applied even more in lab. Now, we are not hands-on in lab on ground, but there are plenty of virtual lab assignments that you will have that will make it feel quite real. So what are your responsibilities? Well, show up every single week. The lab section will have quite a few more assignments versus the lecture. The lecture is going to be simply 4 exams and some assignments here and there. But with the lab, you're going to consistently, every single week, get a quiz. So you'll get 10 quizzes, 10 lab assignments that are virtual labs, and then you will have an additional assignment in the assignment section at the top in the folder. And this is the fun one, where you will have a voluntary end of course lab assignment that kind of pretty much goes over everything. So it's worth 10 points. I definitely would recommend that. We will also have a mock practical, which will also help you learn the material prior to you taking the actual practical. So if you took AMP1, you know the deal, okay? You take the midterm practical at week 8, and then the final practical will occur right after Thanksgiving. Okay, now since we are not meeting on ground, I don't have to go over the COVID-19 protocols. However, if you are on ground for your other courses, if you're taking a hybrid, you go to falcon.edu, and it's all there for you to read about the COVID-19 guidelines. And there's a student agreement that you have to sign, which pretty much entails your typical, 6 feet distance, wear a mask at all times, all that. Okay, I don't think there's anything else. I'm looking at the screen now, see if there's anything else that I want to go over. As I said, midterm lab practical, final lab practical, 10 quizzes, the assignment section, 10 lab assignments, and a mock practical. And if you don't know where to go with virtual classroom, I have a screenshot in the announcement section in addition to this video. And the screenshot has an arrow that points directly to exactly where virtual classroom can be found. It's in the tools section at the top tab of Falcon Online. All right, so I don't think I have anything else. I do hope that you keep track of the quizzes because I do take them down after a week. So each week we have a weekly quiz. And I only have one lab section, so I will definitely focus on you guys. And again, I don't know if I mentioned this in the lecture. I may have. I don't remember. I did quite a few videos with all my courses. Bottom line, if you need to speak to me, I am an email away. So email me and we can set up an appointment in the app called Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is integrated fully with our Microsoft Outlook Falcon email that students and faculty use. So I will send you a link for the appointment time, and then you can join in with that link. We are a private one-on-one conversation, and we can have our meeting, and I can basically catch you up to speed and discuss anything that you need to discuss confidentially. Now, last and not least, this is the first semester I'm doing this, and I need to mention this. As you know, we have supplemental instruction, and it always was very like, even when I was an adjunct, it was, okay, they're having their own thing. I don't know their schedule. I don't know when they are doing the supplemental instruction. So if for those of you who don't know what supplemental instruction is, it's basically like tutoring, and Daytona State College offers that. They have their own building and their own instructors there just doing that. And they have all their lab models and they have their mock practicals to help you pass this course when you're taking my exam. Well, I unified and I contacted the two instructors that I know, and they have access to my course shell, and they will be able to set up appointments and session times, group session times in virtual classroom, do reviews, and even do a mock practical in the grade book. Okay, so that's coming up the pipeline. In addition, I'm going to work on it as we go along throughout the semester. Each PowerPoint, each week, I will be reviewing and adding in narration. It's very time consuming. I have to use a specific software, and there's a web-based one that's called Screencast-O-Matic. So I'll be using that in addition to seeing me in virtual classroom. This way you get some extra, because I like to be extra specific and detailed in my instructions. So I'm not just dumping, PowerPoints and massive amounts of information and you have to read it on your own and then I test you. That's correspondence school. That's not what you're here for. All right, so that's why virtual classroom is so important that you attend. And when I finally get all these PowerPoints narrated, you'll get my personality, my reviewing, my bullet points like things to know, hint, hint, this must be known, because that's going to be on the exam. These are the highlights, Cliff Note version of anatomy. These are the points that you absolutely 100% need to digest and regurgitate to me for the exam. All right, so just stay calm, stay focused, stay clear in clear communication with me. Be fierce, be strong, be resilient. Don't give up, and you will have your goals achieved. Be strong. You can do it. All I can say is this course is foundational. So if you like this, if you like the challenge, then you'll do great as a physician, as a physician's assistant, as a nurse, LPN, PTA, chiropractor, chiropractic assist, whatever is out there in the medical field. Or if you just want to go into science, that's fine. This is a great course to start off with. Okay. All right. Bye. Good luck, everyone. Take care.